Okay, well, we all know my next guest from his roles on L.A. Law and NYPD Blue, and he's terrific in Star Wars, I might add, but he's shaking things up on an episode of The West Wing.
Yeah, C.J. Craig got Chief of Staff. It's got to be a blow.
That's fine, really.
Everybody likes the look of the next rung up the ladder. But you know what? You couldn't do the kind of politicking you do behind Leo McGarry's desk. You'd be making sure the trains run on time. They need you. You love that fight. And you're good at it.
Oh, yeah. Please welcome Jimmy Smits. Not every guest gets a standing ovation, Jim. Let me tell you. That's right.
Petrini!
How about that, Petrini? Jimmy Smits is here. Huh? He tried to hit me with the slice.
You got the slice happening there. It's good.
So last night I watched the show. It was cool. You know, you played a ghost of yourself, which was it was really interesting too. I thought because you did have like an ethereal sort of. I know the lighting was done, but also you had this thing going on, like you were very like knowledgeable or something. Yeah.
With the light.
Yeah, it was really well. So how's that feel? Did you have any trouble slipping back into the character?
No, there wasn't trouble. There was a thing about he was we're talking about NYPD.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I just assume everybody knows that. That's called Talk Show 101.
No. And, I wanted to make sure that he had that rain. Simone wore this blue raincoat that I thought was always kind of like the Columbo, reminded me of Columbo. It had its own kind of character. And they didn't have it because they had asked for Sipowitz's and Simone's raincoat at the Smithsonian.
Oh yeah, they're in the Smithsonian, right?
They're probably in a drawer somewhere. I don't know. But I had one. I had stolen one on my last day.
Oh, so you had your own?
So I brought my own.
Do you?
They didn't have it, so I brought my own.
So wait a minute. No. So you know I do this a lot. Whenever I work on a job, I glom something. You know, I find something that I got to keep. You know, do you collect things from past jobs?
I like to have mementos. I'm like a pet record. I don't have my keys with me because I wanted to keep the line happening. but I have a little badge, and I still have my little L.A. Law license plate that I keep on my keychain.
I have a man purse. I'm still carrying around my man purse from Who's the Boss? I mean, please. So, now you're on the West Wing, a great show, and you're a great addition to it. I mean it. I mean, I just think that, it really is, you know, it's an important show, too, I think, because it does show a little bit of the, you know, some people get an education about our system from that, you know?
Absolutely. It's topical, great ensemble cast, and what John Wells, the creator of the show, who's done ER and Third Watch, what he wanted to do this year is kind of investigate the storyline of what a potential candidate does in the campaign process.
Right.
So they're doing the whole, you know, Iowa and New Hampshire primaries.
Yeah, I mean, we just went through it, so, you know, everybody's, it's sort of like a review.
Boy, did we go through it.
Yeah. Well, you know, listen, whatever happened in that election, I just, you know, I've been saying this all along. I just want people to come together and,
absolutely,
you know, this all be Americans again and not red or blue states. Speaking of red or blue states, I don't know how this is a bad segue, but you're a Brooklyn boy.
I'm definitely a Brooklyn
boy, and in fact, we were both crowned King of Brooklyn.
Oh, you too? Yeah.
Oh, yes, King of Brooklyn, right, yeah.
On Eastern Parkway?
And, down Eastern Parkway to Grand Army Plaza, which is sort of like Berlin. I think it's modeled after France, but
it's this beautiful Arc de Triomphe that they have there.
You know, and all sorts of things. I think we have a picture. Oh, here we are with the crown. Here we are with the crown. Yes. Lovely. Yeah.
You had... Tony had the foresight to keep his off.
You know, I was trying to like, you know, but that's a tremendous honor. I mean, for guys like us to
absolutely,
you know, we're just street guys. Where in Brooklyn are you from originally?
East New York. I went to junior high school. Get out.
East New York.
Serious?
Yeah, I'm born on Picking Avenue. Jerome.
Oh my God.
Bobby and Jerome.
You're like a Nulat's boy or something like that?
That's so funny. So you come out of Brooklyn now, and did you always want to be an actor, Jimmy?
I started out as an education major in college.
Makes two of us.
And then
this is
then-
getting a little eerie now.
Scary. But it was, you know, I was the first one to go to college in my family.
Come on,
Oh,
stop!
no.
I gotta get out of here.
So they just kept on saying, well, you'll have something to fall back. You can teach, right? You can teach in high school. You can teach in college, right?
You know what I want to do? I want to finish when sometime. I mean, maybe when this show is over, and next week, I'll.
This show is not going to be over. You're having the time of your life, and I'm so happy for
Thank
you.
you.
I'm really so happy for
No, but I would like to throw myself in. I saw a documentary about, they have these programs now because there is a shortage of teachers where you can go and get back into it and teach for a year or 2 years in like a tough neighborhood, like in East New York or something. Go back
wow.
and teach school.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd like to try that,
you. I was thinking about going. I went to Brooklyn College in Flatbush too, and the semester there would be nice.
So, you work all the time, man. I mean, John Wells calls you up. Come on. John Wells calls you up to join the show. I want to discuss a part with you. Give me a break. That's so great.
I was here doing Shakespeare in the Park this summer.
I rest my case. So you were doing Shakespeare in the Park. John Wells calls you up to join the West Wing. How'd you end up in the Star Wars movies now?
Lucas
called you up. Yeah, all right. Jimmy and I both have something in common. We come from the borough of Brooklyn. And we've been both named, by the way, King of Brooklyn. But now we're about to find out who is the real king as we square off in a game called I Know Brooklyn.
Hello, Brooklyn. And welcome to I Know Brooklyn, the game where we find out who the king of Brooklyn really is. I'm Marty.
I'm sorry.
Great. I'm Marty Markowitz, and I'm the borough president of the greatest city in America, Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah, Marty Markowitz.
I'm going to ask Tony and Jimmy questions about Brooklyn. And the first person to ring in gets a chance to answer. If you get it wrong, your opponent gets to guess. If Tony wins, the right side of the audience gets a gift straight out of Brooklyn. A delicious cheesecake from the world's greatest cheesecake, Junior's of Brooklyn. If Jimmy wins, the left side of the audience gets the cheesecake. So let's meet our contestants.
I'm Tony Danza. I'm Tony Danza, and I know Brooklyn.
My name is Jimmy Smits, and I know Brooklyn.
All right.
Here we go. Are you ready? How much did the Brooklyn Bridge cost?
$20 million.
Wrong.
Trinkets and 15 million?
Wrong. 18 million.
Oh, we were close. We were so close.
And it's not for sale ever.
Okay.
What's the unofficial saying of Brooklyn?
Once you've been in Brooklyn, you'll never forget about it.
Forget about it. That's the right way of pronouncing it, too.
I know how to do it.
What Brooklyn neighborhood where television The Honeymoon is from?
Bensonhurst.
Correct.
What happened, Jimmy?
My light went on, and you answered the question.
Oh, really? Well, it is my show. Okay.
Now, what sad occasion, it was very sad, occurred on September 24th, 1957.
The Brooklyn Dodgers left. They played their last game.
They played the last game.
What's the score?
And in 3 years, we get the Brooklyn Nets in Brooklyn.
What's the score? What's the score? 2-1. Oh, I'm winning.
What
Okay, go
popular
ahead.
actor from TV's Love Boat is also immortalized?
I know that because he was in my court when I was king of Brooklyn. Bernie Capel.
You got it, baby. Okay, so let's see a new one. What does the acronym Dumbo stand for?
Don't help me, please. Down under the Manhattan, Brooklyn overpass.
Oh, close, yes, almost, Tony.
Down under the Brooklyn.
Dumbo.
Down under the Brooklyn overpass.
Okay, here it goes, both wrong. Down under the Manhattan Bridge overpass.
But close.
What the hell's Manhattan Bridge got to do with
right,
Brooklyn?
that's their bridge, not ours anyway. Okay, here we go.
Curveball.
Which world-famous coat cut company was started in Brooklyn 100 years ago?
Boarset.
Correct.
How'd you know that? How'd you know that one?
It's still in Brooklyn.
Fix.
No. I was
And
gonna say Nathan's France, but
now, for our final question.
Final Brooklyn?
For our final question, The score is, what's the score now? 3-2 in Tony's favor.
Ooh.
The final question. Whoever gets it right wins. You'll have to write down your answer. Are you ready for this?
We're ready.
Are you ready
Go
now?
ahead, Marty.
Whoever winner takes all on this one. From 1957 to December 2003, Junior's Restaurant employed a red-haired cashier who became a local celebrity. What was her name? She was a great local celebrity. Never changed her hairdo. She worked 6 days a week. An Italian-American. Okay, time's up. Let's see your answers. Time up. Jimmy, what's your answer?
Andy Sipowicz.
No?
Wrong.
I was going to say my cousin
Tony?
Jerry Capasso.
No. The one and only Camille Russo. From Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. Camille.
All right, so that means everybody gets the cheesecake.
Everyone gets a cheesecake.
You're the king. No, you're the king. Hey, the West Wing airs Wednesday nights on NBC. We'll be right back.